Abby, and today I'm going to take us through a beginner level Pilates video. This has been requested a bunch of times by lots of friends and also some people who have just commented. So I'm really excited to take us through this cool beginner Pilates level 1 class. So the very first thing I'm going to start us out with is you're going to lay down on your back. Your knees are bent, and we're going to do something called the pelvic curl. So when your back is in a neutral position, there shouldn't be much going on. If we curl our pelvis kind of towards us, we should have our back completely flat on the mat. And specifically, we should have our lower back touching the mat. So feel that little pelvic curl there. And then let's go ahead and release that and kind of bring it back to that neutral position. Now, I want us to tilt the pelvis the other way. So we're going to kind of arc our lower back this time. It's an opposite motion, just to feel kind of what that extension looks like otherwise. Let's go ahead and curl it back again so that it's flat on the mat. Our lower back is flat on the mat. Feel that. Let's take a deep breath here. So why am I taking us through this? The reason is for Pilates, a lot of times you want your lower back pressed into the mat. The reason why is that's going to really engage your lower abdominals, and it's going to make your the work that you're doing really focus on your core and less on kind of other areas of your body. So as we're going through a lot of these different things, I would ask that we think about kind of this pelvic curl and that we try to keep our lower back into the mat. It's actually going to really protect your lower back too, because we don't want to be having that curl as we're doing those things, especially as we're kind of lowering legs. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do now for our first little exercise is we're going to go ahead and bring our knees into a tabletop position. You're going to have your arms just kind of planted into the ground. And if you have the space, I don't have a ton of space, you can actually stretch them out to the side. We're just going to kind of roll or let it go to one side dip. And then bring it into this tabletop position again. Hello, Miss Una. We're going to go on to the other side. So let it dip just a little towards the right hand side now. And then bring it to center. To the left, to center. As you're doing this, really think about using your core muscles to help you bring yourself back up towards the center. You don't have to go super low as you're doing this either. You can really just go back to here and bring it to center. Go with where you feel most comfortable. You want it to be challenging, but you don't want to feel like you're overextending yourself ever. Let's just do maybe 3 more here on each side. To left. One more. Awesome. Hopefully that felt really good on your lower back and you felt the abdominals engaging a bit. Next, you're going to go ahead and bring your feet down onto the mat. Your knees are still bent. Let's lift our arms up overhead here. And we're just going to do a chest lift. So we're going to bring the arms forward, kind of stretching towards the wall in front. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, and we're just going to hold it here. Let's hold here for about 5 seconds. And lower. let our arms stretch out there. And then we're gonna bring them back up overhead. And let's do our second chest lift. All the way down. Back up. All the way back down. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. Let's hold it here. And then lower all the way back down. Awesome. Okay, so our next exercise is a classic in Pilates. It is called the 100. For this one, because it's our beginner level, let's go ahead and leave our legs like this, okay? You're just gonna go ahead and curl back up off the mat, and then you're gonna pump your arms like this. Really make sure your arms are nice and strong and cutting through the air. We're gonna go ahead and take 10 deep breaths here. And if you're finding this is not challenging, but I'm actually finding even this challenging, you can go ahead and bring your legs up into tabletop. And then later you're gonna bring them out here. But for right now, let's go ahead and leave them on the mat. And let's do about 7 deep breaths because we've already done quite a few here. And lower. Amazing. Bring your legs into your chest, hug them in nice and tight. You can roll a little to each side. Release that lower back. And next we're gonna go into the single leg stretch. So you're gonna pull one leg in towards your chest, extend the other one out. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, and you're just gonna kind of pull in like this and switch. And switch. And switch. We're gonna do about 10 of these here. Three more. Last one. And lower. Awesome. You should feel those abs definitely warming up. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the crisscross. The crisscross is a lot like the bicycle, if you know that one. In this case, we're just going to lift our head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Really think about using your abs to lift yourself up. I've heard a lot of people have complaints about their necks hurting when they first start Pilates. That is totally normal in a sense because you're not really used to doing these positions. But that said, the less you rely on your neck and the more you rely on your abs, your neck really shouldn't be hurting you at all. So it will come with time, I promise. But so let's go ahead and lift up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch one leg out and kind of just go ahead towards one side. Slowly come to center and switch. Center and switch. Center and switch. We can come to center and switch. If we want to go a little faster now, we don't need to go to center. We can just kind of go through. Let's do about 5 deep breaths here. awesome. Hopefully you are starting to feel really good. Here for our next one, we're gonna go ahead and, you know what we can do? We're just gonna kind of come up like this in this nice position. You're in that tabletop and you're just gonna do these single leg dips. So touch down and bring it up. Down and bring it up. You should really feel this. We're only gonna do a few of them here because this really works your lower, your mid, and your upper abdominals. If this is hard, you can come all the way down to the mat like this and just dip like this. This would actually be an even better beginner level. So we kind of come here and dip. Let's just do about 2 more on each side and dip. All right, last one. Center, and let's lower those legs down. Awesome. So for our next thing, we're gonna do a single leg circle on each side. Gonna bring our right hand leg up towards the ceiling. If you can't stretch it straight, no worries. I'm not super flexible most of the time either. But we're gonna kind of rotate this right leg out. Keep it pointed. Our palms are placed into the mat. And we're gonna just draw a little circle with our toes here to one side. Let's keep doing this. Let's do a few more. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So in this case, we're not making these circles really big, just keeping them about the size of like maybe a saucer or a plate. Let's do the same thing but in the other direction. So just reverse that direction. We're going to come down first here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's go to 8, 8, let's do 9, and 9. Awesome, let's lower that leg down. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So lift that left leg up towards the ceiling, stretch it nice and tall. You're gonna rotate it out just a bit. And we're just gonna go to one side. Nice little circles. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing but reverse. As you're doing this, I want you to think about your whole body staying still except for this leg. If you do that, it's really going to work your abs at the same time as it's working this leg. So let's do the other direction. Just a few more. Let's do 3 more here. Amazing. And we're going to just bring this down. Okay, we're going to come up to seated now. In order to come up to seated, let's go ahead and actually stretch your body out. And you're going to roll yourself up. Just imagining you're kind of peeling your back up off of the mat. If you need to, go ahead and bend your legs. And we're going to come up to seated. Here we're going to do one that is called the saw. So if you have flexible legs, you would have your legs just straight. I don't have super flexible legs, so I'm gonna have them really bent, and if you want, you can have them super bent too, and that's totally fine. What we're gonna go ahead and do is just gonna have your arms out towards your sides. I don't have a ton of room on the right hand side, but just imagine I did. And you're gonna go ahead and just kind of saw towards one side. This should be a nice stretch for your back. Lengthen there, and then we're going to come up straight and tall and do the same thing on the other side. Imagine that your pinky toe is kind of sawing off your pinky is sawing off your pinky toe. Stretch up. Let's just do about 3 more. Nice and tall when you come to center. Last one. All the way up. Amazing. Okay. We're gonna come in here and I have one last really nice exercise for us, and then we're gonna have just a little bit of stretching. Let's come in to this position here. Our knees are on the mat, and we're actually just gonna do some really nice bent knee push-ups. I want us to try and do 10. If you don't get there, it's totally fine. Just do as many as you can. And if you can do more than 10, you don't have to do more than 10. That's still enough. So let's go ahead and come all the way down and push up. In Pilates, we really like to end our workout with push-ups or some variation a lot of times. So we're just gonna do a few more here. You've got 5 more. Thinking about your elbows really going backwards and not out to the side. Last 2. Awesome. Okay, let's go all the way back into a nice child's pose here. Let's take 3 deep breaths. We're gonna come back up to seated, nice and slowly. And this time I'm just gonna have us stretch over to one side, kind of a nice little mermaid-like stretch. Slowly bring yourself up. Do the same on the other side. Let's do 1 more on each side. Stretch all the way up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands to center. Thank you so much for joining me today on this beginner Pilates workout. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave me some comments in the comment section. I would love to know if this felt like a beginner's workout to you. Did it feel too difficult? Would you like something a little harder? Would you like to see the intermediate version of this? Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed. I can't wait to see you next time. And if you did like this video, please do give it a like. Subscribe to my channel and share this video with a friend. See you next time. Bye!